Hi, David Weck here. Today I'm going to teach you some exercises with the RMT club that train the chest, the pectoral muscles. This isn't bench press training. This is more long and strong, very functional for athletic purposes, develops what we call center line strength. Here's what the movement looks like. I'm going to be contracted with a pronated wrist, and I'm going to come up to supinate for long and then contract with pronate. The other variation is supinated in the contraction and pronated in the long stretch. So let's break this down. You're going to start choked up on the RMT club. The stronger you are, the lower on the handle you'll be able to go, but you want to start choked up. You're going to bring the club across the center line as far as you possibly can, and you're going to pronate the wrist. That's rotating it this way, as if you're punching forward with the jab. So I'm pronating, I'm reaching across the center line as far as I possibly can. Now, to start this movement out, we're going to do the pronation and supination from this contracted position. Want to keep the shoulders nice and square as you reach across center line. I'm going to come to supination and pronation. I'm going to feel that difference. When I supinate, I'll feel more toward the origin and that contraction, and as I pronate, I'll expand it out into the insertion area as I'm driving across that center line. So now we're just going to flip opposites as we go to the long position. So when I'm pronated, I'm going to bring it down and across, and I'm supinating. So I'm rotating the thumb upward as I come up to a long stretch position. Want to make sure the shoulder doesn't hurt at all, and it's just a long stretch through the pecs or through that pec, and then to pronate. And here and here. The faster I come across to this crossed position, the flex contracted position, and stop the club, the more work it's going to be, because I'll get that pulse of power in the club. Then for the supinated version in the contracted phase, I'm supinated, and then I'm going to pronate in the long stretch phase. So it's supinate, really driving, rotating the pinky up in that supination and going to that pronation. You'll feel a big time activation in the pectoral muscle. And you want to get both sides, obviously. The other thing that I want you to notice, and it's going to be quite apparent, is this sense of center line strength. And that's what we mean by highly functional for athletics. It's center line strength that helps you run faster. It's not linear strength. This isn't fast running. This is fast running, where you're cutting toward the center. And because of the nature of the structure of the pectoral muscles, that origin insertion and that rotary insertion, we have this wind and unwind effect that this exercise is absolutely fantastic for, and it'll really help activate the breasts so that you can fly with those wings. That's chest training with the RMT club.